with breaking news.
That breaking news coming out of Texas, where Kansas City Chiefs player and Fresno native Xavier Worthy has been arrested. Public jail records from Williamson County show the incident happened yesterday. Worthy was booked in jail for allegedly assaulting a household member or a family member by impeding their breathing or circulation. This comes just weeks after the Fresno native and Central High graduate made his return to the Valley, where more than 4,000 fans lined up to meet him during a free event at Granite Park in Central Fresno. We'll bring you more about this breaking story on air and online at abc30.com.
All the years I've been watching sports, I see these young men come into the league. They're making millions of dollars, man. They have access to the most beautiful women in the world. I mean, just imagine you come into a place where the answer is yes, 99.9% of the time. They're coming to seek you out, right? When you just a regular guy, the girl you see, they make you say, oh my God, right? And you walk up to her and you praying and hoping she say yeah. Well, when you're an athlete and you're in these positions to make millions, those type of women show up for you. They show up for you. They're in every city that you go to. They're in the hotel lobbies. They're everywhere. You're meeting them while you're in college, right? And I always say that I think that young men at that age shouldn't be married because you're not mature enough yet. You haven't matured into your manhood yet to take those type of relationships serious, and you really should be dedicated to your craft that's making you the money, right? Until you're ready to sit down and settle down, because you don't have enough discernment to actually pick the right woman. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because you have a rookie wide receiver, Xavier Worthy, who's was a rookie last year for the Kansas City Chiefs. He played my Eagles in the Super Bowl, where he had 2 touchdowns in garbage time after we blown them out, right? But he was dating this 24-year-old Tia Jones, who he met while he was at the University of Texas. She was like a star track and field person, right? He met this woman, but the problem was this woman was older than him, right? And that's already a red flag. Because that's already where she may not respect him in the manner in which he needs to be respected. But it turns out that she was cheating. As you can see, like, he was charged with all these different charges, right? And at first they thought that he assaulted a family member, right? And it came out that he didn't assault a family member. It was this woman, Tia. He hired a private investigator and asked her to leave his home. She wouldn't leave the home, right? So I guess a confrontation ended up having. It said that she pulled 2 of his dreads out, scratched his face. When the police came, he didn't want to press charges, but she pressed charges, but she got him locked up. So he ends up getting locked up and was almost lost his career. Y'all remember the situation in the elevator with Ray Rice, right? And his fiance, where there ended up being an incident and she ended up being knocked out. He never played another down in the NFL. His career was over. But then they went, and the DA went, and they found out, they did a thorough investigation. They found out that he shouldn't be charged. So now all charges is dropped. And this is what ABC 30 is saying. Check this out.
Fresno native and Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy has been released from jail after he was arrested for felony domestic abuse. The charges were dropped this afternoon by a district attorney in Texas. Good evening and thanks for joining us for Action News After the Game. I'm Nick Garcia. Let's start with Action News reporter Vince Ibarra at the live desk with what we know about the arrest and how fans are reacting to the news. Vince.
Well, Nick, when we initially started reporting on this story, Xavier Worthy was said to be behind bars for alleged domestic dispute. Now, like you mentioned, the Central High graduate has since been released from jail. These allegations had local fans disappointed that the 21-year-old was accused of this type of crime.
Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy was released from a Williamson County, Texas jail on Saturday after allegations of felony domestic abuse. Action News has learned a Texas district attorney decided not to pursue the charges any further. Still, the news about the 21-year-old was upsetting to fans.
And then seeing the news and what happened is shocking.
On Friday, Worthy was arrested and charged with assault on a family or household member in which their breath was impeded. After the wide receiver was arrested, his lawyer released a statement that said the unidentified woman who made the complaint had been living with Worthy the past 2 weeks. The woman was asked to leave Worthy's house after he discovered she was unfaithful to him. The attorney went on to say the woman allegedly damaged a room in his home. They say the woman became violent by allegedly scratching Worthy's face and ripping some of his hair out.
Was really proud to see somebody from Fresno get to play with such a great team like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Worthy is considered a hometown hero, attending Central East High School and recently offering a free meet and greet autograph signing for fans at Granite Park in Central Fresno.
So as I'm saying to a lot of you young black brothers, man, like his career was in jeopardy and almost over before it even started. And that's the thing. You know, he should be more focused on his craft. If he want to have fun with some women, do it in a very careful way. We live in a time of social media where everybody's chasing clout. It's not like it was back in the day where we kept each other's secrets, and women even kept your secrets. You got with a woman, you put a couple dollars in her pocket, and whenever you came into town, you came to see her. Right? You had relationships, different relationships. Now people is getting with you and they filming you while you sleep. They're taking pictures near your car. They're taking pictures to show the clout to build their own portfolio up. Right? And they just running, riding the cock carousel. They just running right, monkey branching and running right through dudes. But they want the world to see it, everybody to see it, to build up their clout. Right? That's the time that we in. So this young man, he hired a private investigator. And the private investigator uncovered that she was cheating. She was going around getting her cheeks clapped. So for him to have to hire a private investigator, that lets me know that there was already something wrong. There was already trouble in paradise inside the house. Because what would prompt a young man to want to hire a private investigator on his girlfriend? It was maybe she wasn't giving him what giving it to him the way he wanted. She wasn't paying attention to him in the manner in which she should. Right? He comes into stardom now, and she's probably looking at all the attention that he's getting, and it made her jealous. I don't know, but I was hearing people say, "Oh man, this young man, he's never going to date a sister again." Right? He's never going to date another sister. Well, let me tell you something. Don't be so fast to talk down on all black women, because what about Tevin Osborne? Y'all know Tevin Osborne, who was talking down on sisters and was with that woman, Hannah Cobb, and she unalived him. So, and I got over 200 years of history of when you go to the other side, the things they have accused black men of doing, or things that they have done to black men. So running over there ain't the answer. The answer is having better discernment in the way that you pick your women and doing it with wisdom. With wisdom. Right? That's what you have to do it. And I just think that he's at the age where he just needs to focus more on his craft. Tia Jones is 24, and it's sort of like what's the kid that came out of Colorado, man, and his woman Leanna, where he said that she ignored him in the DMs first. She acted like she didn't know who he was. Well, this story is similar. You know, he was trying to get with her and she ignored him. She ignored him until he actually got to it. And then she saw he was a star athlete and his potential was to go to the NFL. She jumped on board. But there probably was never really the respect that it should be. Because a lot of times, man, I'm going to say this to a lot of you young guys out there, man. When you pursuing a woman, pursuing a woman, a lot of times, man, those women don't want the men that pursue them. They want the men that they can't have access to, or the men that all the other women want. I'm going to say this again. When you're pursuing her, calling her, waiting by the phone for her to call you back, and you're doing all these things, those women are not attracted to you. They are attracted to the guys that they don't have access to, or the guys that all other women want. That's who they want, right? So this thing gets, like I said, this thing gets real crazy, right? It gets real crazy. And when you get them like that, they don't respect you. They don't respect you. Oh man, I'm glad that they was able. I'm just glad that they was able to drop all the charges. And you know, he can get on with his career. He can get a fresh start. You know, listen, a lot of you moms out there, protect your sons from, you know, a lot of this stuff, man, because when you're young, when these young guys are young, they make a lot of bad decisions out of immaturity and lack of knowledge. And I'm just glad that, like I said, he didn't lose his career from this, because we saw so many young black men either lose their career or lose millions of dollars behind this kind of stuff. He's way too young to be engaged to somebody. Way too young. A whole lot of life, a whole lot of money to be made within his career. But I don't know, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this, man. Because like I said, a lot of people blaming this on all black women, and it's not. Because like I said, what about Hannah Cobb and Tevin Osborne? So it don't have nothing to do with race. It just has everything to do with you having proper discernment and waiting till you're ready to actually get married, to have a wife if you want to be married. I've been married for 24 years, right? But I got married when I was ready to be married, right? So I'm going to cut this video short here, man. If y'all made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till next time. Peace.